Okay, so you're a UNISA student and you're staring down module MIP2602, Mathematics for Intermediate Phase Teachers. Well, you have definitely come to the right place. In this guide, we are going to break down everything you need to know to succeed. I'm talking from the core concepts that'll actually make you a better teacher, right down to the nitty-gritty details of submitting that final exam.
All right, let's jump right in. Here's our game plan for today. We'll start with your teaching foundation, then dive into mastering data and probability. After that, we'll talk about assignments, the rules of integrity, conquering the final exam, and we'll wrap up with a super helpful exam day checklist.
So first up, Section 1, your teaching foundation. Before we get lost in all the numbers and formulas, let's talk about the why. What is the actual point of this module in your journey to becoming a great teacher?
And this quote right here, this is really at the heart of your entire degree at UNISA. So MIP 2602 isn't just another math module you have to get through. It's really a training ground. It's all about learning how to take these concepts off the page and use them creatively to help your future students make sense of the real world.
So what's the bottom line? This module is laser-focused on data handling and probability. The whole point is to give you such a deep, solid understanding that you can walk into any classroom and teach kids how to collect, analyze, and talk about data with total confidence.
And by the time you're finished, this is the toolkit you'll have. You won't just know the definitions, you'll know how to actually do it. You'll be able to see probability all around you, and even use technology to make these lessons fun and engaging for your students.
Okay, foundation built. Now let's get into the good stuff, the core of the module. Section 2, mastering data and probability. These are the key concepts you're going to need to know inside and out. It really all boils down to two basic types of data. First, you've got qualitative data. Think qualities or descriptions, like a student's favorite color. Then you have quantitative data. Think quantities or numbers, stuff you can count like age or test scores. Simple as that.
First up, one you probably know, the mean. It's just the average. You add everything up, divide by how many things you have, and boom, it's perfect for getting that quick snapshot, like finding the class average on a test.
Next, we have the median. This is literally the middle number once you've lined everything up in order. Now, why is this so useful? Well, unlike the mean, it isn't skewed by one really high or really low score. It tells you what the typical student's result was.
And rounding out our big three is the mode. This one is the easiest. It's just the number that shows up most often. It's fantastic for finding out what's most popular, like the most common shoe size in your class. Okay, so you've got the concepts. Now for the really important question. How do they grade you? Let's jump into Section 3 and break down how your assignments work.
Pay close attention to this one. Your assignments make up 20% of your grade. But really, you should think of them as your mandatory ticket to get into the final exam. Why? Because that final exam is a whopping 80% of your entire mark for the module.
Okay, this is so important. Let me be crystal clear. You must submit all 4 assignments. They are not optional. If you miss even one, you will not be allowed to write the exam. It's as simple as that, so please plan your time carefully.
So, you might be wondering, with everything happening online, how does UNISA make sure that everything is fair and that it's actually you doing the work? Well, they have a few tools for that.
UNISA has a whole toolkit to keep things honest. You've got Turnitin, which scans your work for any plagiarism. Then there's the Invigilator app and Moodle Proctoring, which use your camera to confirm your identity. And Iris can even record your session. It's all about making sure there's a level playing field for every student.
And building right on that, let's move into Section 4 and get really clear about academic integrity. This is something UNISA takes incredibly seriously, and it's your job to know the rules. And here it is, the official policy. It's non-negotiable. Zero tolerance means exactly what it says. Any kind of academic dishonesty can and will lead to disciplinary action.
So what's the difference between doing your own work and misconduct? It's pretty simple. Your work needs to be your own original thoughts. Misconduct is, well, it's copying, cheating, or submitting someone else's work. And let's be super clear. Using AI like ChatGPT to write your answers is absolutely considered cheating. Before you submit your exam, you're going to have to agree to this exact statement. Think of it like your digital signature. It's a formal, binding promise that the work you're submitting is 100% yours. Ticking that box is a serious commitment.
All right, let's talk about the final boss, the exam itself. In Section 5,
We're going to walk through the technical step-by-step process to make sure all your hard work gets submitted perfectly.
Okay, the clock is ticking. You get 3.5 hours to actually write the exam. Now, this is crucial. You get an extra 30 minutes just for uploading your file. Don't use that time to keep writing. Finish your work in the main window so you have a calm, stress-free 30 minutes to submit.
And here are the 5 steps. Just follow them exactly. Log in, find the assessment, choose your file, check the honor pledge, and hit submit. And please do this last part. Save proof of your submission. Take a screenshot of that confirmation message. It's your insurance policy.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most important section, the exam day checklist. Think of this as your pre-flight check before you hit that submit button. It can save you from a total disaster. There are 2 hard rules for your file. It has to be a single PDF, and it cannot be bigger than 20 megabytes. This is so important if you're handwriting and scanning. Practice this before exam day. Scan a few pages, check the file size, and make sure you know how to make it smaller if you need to.
All right, this is your final safety check. Is it one single file? Is it unlocked so the marker can actually open it? Is it easy to read? And, for the love of all that is good, did you upload your answers and not the question paper? It happens. Double, triple check everything on this list.
And that brings us to the end. As you prepare, I just want to leave you with this one last thought. All this stuff about academic integrity and discipline, it isn't just about passing a course. These are the very same values you'll be modeling for your students one day. Your journey as an ethical, inspiring teacher really does start right here. Good luck!